On Nigeria versus Qatar real estate, I would say that the key difference is very simple. Let's just take it this way. You know that Nigeria has a very high return on investment, especially in urban areas. Sorry, rural areas that are just being converted to urban areas now. Take for example in Lagos, the Lekki Free Trade Zone has become an industrial zone. You understand? It's attracting foreign investors. You understand? So we know that real estate itself is a very huge investment that many people are eyeing. But when it comes to foreign investments, people still looking at all these developed country because those are the areas that are attracting investors because they want to protect their money for what's it called general security. Understand? So I would say that Nigeria, as a developing country, we still have some opportunities. Just like I said, those rural areas that have been now being converted to urban areas. But let's just look at it from this perspective in respect to returns. The return on investments in Nigeria might be very low to that of Qatar. But when it comes to capital investments, it can be the same as well. When it comes to security, Qatar is well secured, very secure. Look at what just happened recently, this Iran-US war. See how Qatar managed the whole situation. You understand? So we know we might not be there yet in Nigeria, but when we talk about structure, infrastructure, Qatar is far, far, far away. We are just behind. So we may look at it from this perspective that, okay, if I want to own a property in Qatar, how do I go about it? It's a different ball game from what we are used to in Nigeria, whereby you need to buy land. You buy land, you develop it, you start building it. No. To own the property in Qatar, you have to partner with a Qatari. You have to partner with a Qatari. So Qatari must be a stakeholder. You can buy a property. You understand? It already developed property, maybe in an estate, because they have Banana Island, they have Pier Island, they have those well-structured estates and apartments. So you can buy an apartment among all. So, but what is common there is this Airbnb and hotels. They are actually their own rental is on monthly rent. Monthly rent, they are not doing yearly rent like ours. So what you do, once they just have your details, you pay, maybe you pay one rent, then you pay the security deposit. Then on monthly basis, you start to renew your rent. So they're not waiting for a yearly rent. So in terms of security, you cannot compare Qatar to Nigeria. In terms of structure, they have West standard structure, architectural structure. When you are there and you see those structures, you'll be like, wow, how did they do this one? And this don't know whether you normally see this their logo that's scuffed like this. It's not just an icon, it's an hotel. And you can imagine how many floors that hotel has. And there are other structures like that the architecture there is very, very unique. And they have stable pricing environments in Qatar, unlike Nigeria. They have very stable pricing. And like I said, it's well structured. And when it comes to clear ownership, it's very systematic. So I know who is transferring ownership to me. Unlike in Nigeria, I know that rigorous processing. You buy land from Monile, you collect agreement from Monile, you have to go back to the government to go and regularize, to go and collect CFO, to go and collect consent. It will take 3 months, 1 year before your CFO comes out. So there are rigorous processing when it comes to documentation in Nigeria. But in Qatar, they are very systematic. You know the difference between a developed country and a developing country. So don't let us just go deep into it. But I don't think it's something we need to be. What we just need to learn from it is regulation, policies, and the structure. If you have a good policy that surrounds the real estate industry, we can do better. So unlike now that is where it's saturated. So when we have a good policy, I know their own system of government is it's not democratic like ours. And so they already know the family that are entitled to an emirship or amirship in their own. So unlike around that, you have to go on election, a government will come to you today, preach, campaign to you and tell you they will do it, they will do that. After the 4 years or 8 years, another government will come and rubbish the whole thing that the previous administration have done. So they don't have that system. So and that's one of the things that is affecting us. For instance, now I don't know the last time the Lagos State has issued a C of. Can you remember the last time they have issued? I think it was only during Fashola regime. And there's a Ambody did not issue anything. This current ones have not issued anything. You understand? So I will have a land and I don't have that confidence in me that if we are not doing CFO, let's know we are not doing CFO, we are doing something else. Okay, we can list and continue to do a regularization. So we just need to get it right and have a stable policy that even if a government goes, another one comes, so we can still continue from where we stop. Yeah. On currency and economic stability, well, we all know that the Gulf country has strong currency, just like the US and the US dollar. So after dollar, when it comes to currency, just like our own is fluctuating, like that. Riyadh is one of the strongest currency in the world. Currently, as I'm telling you now, Riyadh to Naira is 1 Riyadh to 390 Naira. So if I have 1,000, if I need 1,000 Riyadh now, so I need to have 390,000 Naira. You get it? So that's the equivalent. So you can see the difference is very huge. So and it has been for Qatari Riyadh to USD Riyadh, it has always been stable. It doesn't change. It's only our own that goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. So they have a very strong currency, yeah, and the economy is stable. So why you may earn very high return in Nigeria when it comes to real estate, you often lose value when the currency changes or when the currency is fluctuating. Like in Qatar, when they have a stable economic system, so you know that, oh, my 1 million will still be my 1 million next month, my 1 million will still be my 1 million 2 months time. Like Nigeria, your 1 million this month can turn to 500,000 naira tomorrow. We knew what happened to our health the other time. Just jumped from 7 something to 1,300 something naira. So that is how it is. So stability in the economy is very, 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 very important. And the issue of security, security is a major factor when it comes to investments. We know that before you can decide whether you want to invest in anywhere, you need to consider, even if you are doing within your locality, within Nigeria, you still need to consider security. You cannot go and invest your money whereby you don't have confidence, you don't know what will happen tomorrow, and you just kick off and say you want to go and invest in the north. So I know people, I served in Zamfara, I stayed there for like 2 years after my service. And thank God I left earlier, because it was when those issue of Boko Haram started booming that I left. Thank God I left. I would have even left with nothing. Those who I left there now, they came back with nothing, because all their property, their investment are still there. Therefore, some other people now, they cannot claim ownership. Of course, you just have to run for your life. So when it comes to security, security is one of the factors you need to take into consideration when you are making your investment decision. So Nigeria, security varies by region. You see, in the west, you see a bit calm for now. In the east, compared to the north, so it varies. It depends on your area and the area you're targeting.